Hey guys, and happy Wednesday. I would like to start a new tradition of just talking to you guys, my subscribers, about more serious topics than just the top dress watches under $500. So this is the Wednesday show. Not a whole lot of people watch these shows, usually outside of my really loyal subscriber base, which I'm very thankful for. Wow, I can totally talk today. The reason that I might be tripping on my words a little bit is I'm actually a little bit nervous to film this video, and if you see right next to me, I have Rolex on my desktop background. So I'm going to be talking about Rolex today, and that's a very dangerous proposition. Rolex is the best known brand, I would say, to all non-watch people, and probably the most respected and established brand to regular watch people. But I'm not really going to attack Rolex today. I'm going to talk about the idea of feeling forced or feeling pressured into buying watches that you can't afford. And this is something that I personally have felt, and you know, it's not just coming from the community, which I understand. You know, YouTube is anonymous. Anybody can make an account. They can, you know, call their account whatever 69 to try and be funny, you know. And then they can leave you a comment like, oh, you don't have a Rolex, you know, why are you able to talk about these things? Or, you know, in a less polite and well-articulated manner, they could just say, you know, you suck, or use some expletives. And I actually do ban people from my chat. At least I don't see their comments. If it's just unnecessarily rude. If you have a differing opinion than me, I feel very open to establishing a discussion on my channel about, you know, how your opinion differs from mine. Very, very long disclaimer, and I have the nervous laughter as always. I think I need to just take a big deep breath and just get into the meat of this video. Okay, so personally, I have felt, you know, as a creator of content in the watch community especially, I have felt the peer pressure to buy watches that I personally cannot afford. And you know, in my situation, I'm a college student. You know, if I wanted to get the money to buy a Rolex or another really expensive watch that I just don't have the money for, my options are fairly limited. But if I was, you know, an older gentleman, not that old, but you know, if I had credit, or if I was able to get a loan or make a payment plan for a certain watch, then maybe I would be in a different scenario. And maybe some of you watching are you know, have payment plans for your watches, and you know, that's not necessarily something that I'm against. I'm not really going to get into that right now, but I just want to talk about the peer pressure to buy a watch that you can't afford. I think it's disingenuous to say that people who do not have Rolexes cannot talk about them. Personally, I have visited Rolex distributors. I've seen Rolexes, I've touched Rolexes, I've worn Rolexes. You know, it's not a big hassle to go into a jeweler and just try on a Rolex, right? Anybody can do it. And I think it also kind of stifles the conversation if anybody who ever says anything about Rolex, you know, is immediately, you know, their opinion is invalidated just because they don't own one, right? And I know I'm talking a lot about Rolex right here, But it's not just about Rolex. It's about all of the upper tier watches, right? Not the watches that the everyman can afford after, a week or a month of saving up their hard-earned money, right? Some of these watches cost upwards of a few $1,000s, something that you can't just necessarily go out and blow on a luxurious item such as a watch. So I really want to open up a discussion within our community and talk about why there is such a negative and kind of elitist mindset in the community. Personally, I'm probably not one to talk much about elitism, but I think it's very interesting. I think the community has a lot of problems within it, and as a member of the community, I have probably contributed to those problems in the past. I'm working my best to sit down with you guys and sit down with my audience and just be very real with you and share my experience about all of these different watches, because it can be quite confusing. Now, all of that being said, I would really like to get some of these more expensive watches and really do some comparisons between some of the pieces that I own, which are all under $1,000, and some of the higher end pieces, and really look at what value you're getting for your money. I'm not entirely convinced that it's going to be worth it for somebody to save up, save up for months or years at a time just to buy a watch that could be had for much less money. Now, I know that it isn't exactly equal like that, and I understand that maybe saving up some money every month and then finally making that purchase actually adds to the personal value or the sentimental value of the watch for you. But again, that's not really what this channel is about. This channel is about finding basically the best watches for your money and kind of helping guide you guys through your watch collecting journeys. I know I'm in contact with a few of you, and I know that some of you have bought many watches and probably have more experience than me at this point. Maybe less experience making videos and sharing it with the community, but definitely more experience with watches. One last quick note before I end this more serious video, and by the way, I know that I'm a total hypocrite, and I know that I don't really know anything about these higher end watches. I'm not trying to put on a false face for the camera or anything. I'm very open and upfront with all of you about my experiences with the watches and what I've actually owned and what I've just had in my possession. But one quick note before I end the video, I do have a watch from a viewer, Ernie, that I'm very I've had this watch for like months, so if you see Ernie in the comment section down below, definitely leave him some thumbs up and give him some thanks. I am going to review the watch at a point in time, but Ernie, if I don't have the review done, I will send it back to you very soon. So that's kind of a kick in my butt to get the review going and get some really great content and some really great shots for the channel. I really do appreciate the opportunity to talk with all of you. I know I just took a pretty long break from the channel. I was reevaluating everything that I'm really doing in my life and where I want to go with the channel. But definitely leave me your comments down below, and I will totally get back to you and we can have a conversation about this more delicate topic. But as always, thank you for watching. My name is Josh, And I also need an intro. Like, I don't know what to call you guys, like perfect timepiecers. I don't know. If you have an idea, let me know in the comment section down below. But right now I'm basically rambling, so I'm gonna end the video. Bye.